And hello, everybody. Here we are back at it again with a second episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Um, so, without further ado, September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 1. I turn this down on my end. Court is now in session for trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Everyone's favorite himbo, let's go. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use the floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by blunt objects, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Tinkerer. Nope. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue? Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me? What's this? My sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony. She would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. Ooh. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh. Should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. As soon as walking in, I rushed to the scene. There are two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. God. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There's something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. This guy's gonna be like, oh, well, I actually, her name was written in blood on the thing, and then... After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written in a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. My results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there's blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Don't put extra emphasis on hard evidence and look at me like that. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? Yeah, I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Alright. Doctor... Let's see... Because I have a feeling it's going to be something where it's like, oh, it's not actually, like, the murder... It's not actually her name? So I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, where mine was covered in blood. Lab test results showed that blood was the victim's. Who died the victim? The only thing that would make sense would be presenting this itself. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence and statement related? They aren't, are they? No. No, Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. Oof. Okay. Oh. Because it said it was hers, but... We need to present the autopsy report because that was an instantaneous death, so she couldn't have written anything. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. But backwards? The victim is the only person who actually could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But... no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Yeah, nail him. Order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? It was the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. Prosecution's point being... that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? The second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine the victim did have the time to write by him. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. Should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look so shocked. Something you want to say? I don't really want to say any of these, but I'm gonna say that you're a sham. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report. Updated in the court record. Okay, well... Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? She's still doing the pose. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink. They really did do the... They did the jiggle and everything too, huh? Humana. Just entire crowd being like... okay. Alright. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the court. Or from the crowd, sorry. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th, where the murder occurred? When the murder occurred? Gee, I was like in my hotel room, teehee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across the street from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. God. That's never gonna trip me up as I say it. That's never gonna not trip me up. Please testify to the court about what you saw. This is the worst. It was like 9 p.m. at 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink. I guess it's a good thing I turned on the transparent text boxes. Wouldn't want you guys to miss that. Well, Your Honor. I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness with any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Don't talk about how firm. Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yeah, why would we not? I'll gladly proceed with cross-examination, only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. This has to be like a trap, right? It's telling me that like I am doing something. It gave me a chance to not do it because I wasn't supposed to. Because you would think that the obvious thing is to cross-examine. Um, let's see. Looked out the window, so how long you're being attacked. Dodge on one side and ran away, but then got caught in. Oh, cool. Yeah, let's press her on it. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know... I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one? Yeah, go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Ooh... Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. But badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions? I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him. Oh god. The poor girl. Order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? And then, I saw one with long hair being attacked. That's it? Nothing really jumps out? So is this one where we're supposed to press her, but then... If I go too deep, I might not come back out alive. I'm back up for now. God. Really just unfortunate phrasing. You looked out the window, what did you see next? Oh. Okay. Alright, well, so there's no point in... What if we this might be the only thing that makes sense, though? Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before we make it. Alright, well... Oops, that didn't go so well. Okay, then I think I'm just dumb. But I guess... Is it the floor plan? I don't see anything that's specifically like, oh, there's, you know, a struggle here, or... The floor plans... Your Honor, the statement contradicts... no. God, I'm the worst. I don't... I just... What? Not you want to say right away, and then go. Alright. Unless maybe it's the. Is it the murder weapon itself? Nope. What am I missing? I don't know. Is it this? But now this court's no reason for the defense has failed to give the court sufficient reason to doubt the prosecution's claim. This court finds the defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, guilty. Oof. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, be held pending trial at higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Alright. Ooh, let's continue. Hey everybody, how's it going? Back at it again with another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 1. Can't wait to see what happens in this one. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. How do we? What's the? BS to skip text. Okay. We have to go through this whole thing again too. Okay. Yeah, so truthfully, I have no clue what I did wrong. But so should we maybe just not? Okay, first things first, we're gonna press this. And then I've actually already forgotten. Oh, I get it. I am... Okay. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah, if I heard correctly, you said arrested her because he had a... Okay. Alright, I think I know what I did wrong. Because I'm supposed to push on evidence. However, I didn't choose the right thing to push on. That's what I think would make the most sense. Poor guy getting berated again. Okay. We did that. Got a memo on it in Maya. So now we need to present you because there's no way that she could have done it if she was dead. And then I was like, would have been the day after the murder. It's also crazy how quickly they're getting all this stuff to court. What if I say I'm a sham? Executive Gumshoe? Was I a fool to trust you in your report? Huh? Me? I wasn't. Huh? Detective Gumshoe? I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. Court accepts the evidence. Okay. And... okay, we can go back to... yes, definitely the poor innocent girl. Okay. Alright, so... it was like night. The attack, dodge 1-9, capture, hit her. Then the one with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw, every bitsy witsy. Great. Well, Your Honor, seeing solid testimony. Okay. I need to cross-examine. I do need to cross-examine, right? I swear, if this is something that is just like, oh no, actually... decide on the girl, she captured and hit her. That's it. Nothing really jumps out as a contradiction. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, look out the window, expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. But we're gonna back down because we know that that's gonna get us in trouble. Okay, so I think we press her on this because we noticed that it would be hard to tell who was over there. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. I question the testimony? Hold on a minute, that testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. You're lying. You telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. Wow, really just roast her, I guess. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. Testimony is bogus. But... Still, we do not know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rawr. What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink. I just... Not what I was expecting to read out loud, but it's fine. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Alright. I did see everything, I did! The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her, and she hit her with a weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, the kind of statuary clock? The thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you, Teehee? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Okay, so this one's gotta be... Hey, what are you talking about? If she ran off to the right, she wouldn't have slumped against the window and you wouldn't have seen that. Right? This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence in the statement just now? Oh, come on. Hate. Victim, the one dodged the first attack, now to the right, then the girl goes after her. She hit her with a weapon. I saw it, I did. Previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wanted her to say. So this was the testimony in her own words. Time press and squeeze the truth out of her, figuratively, of course. Way to go, Phoenix. So it's gotta be we press her on this, right? Is that right, as in your right, as you looked from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it would be my right hand, right? Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. The girl in the clothes ran after her and she hit her with a weapon. Okay, then is it this? Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. I see. What sort of weapon was it? That clock? So, you saw me too, then? Of course. I remember that spiky hair anywhere. Spiky? The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney. Oh, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry. Fuck. Okay, Then it's gotta be the... Is it this? How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun. What happened then? Okay, this is the only last thing I can push her on. Clock? Oh yeah, how would she know that it's a clock, but... Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Okay. Looks like statue, but it's actually a clock. Okay, so do we present this? Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too, and he was found guilty of murder. Yeah, get her ass. Order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Ooh, the witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Yeah, let's go. Don't make fun of me too much for being the worst lawyer of all time. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it. I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Faye & Co.? No? Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room, hee hee. The law offices of Faye & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? Nope. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. You have proof that she could not? Amateurs. Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard it. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed, objection sustained. Damn, time to switch directions, quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, okay. I couldn't have wrong. That would be the one that makes more sense. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. And I have that because of the phone call. How could you possibly? Just take a look right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have run. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Yeah, of course that would be the thing that she hangs on to. Well, Miss May? Tisk tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty? Somehow he knew? I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty as you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? I can't. Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is this. Oh, I need to hit this. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, thank you. Woohoo! You have a girly phone? Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? Good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Beep. So you just want me to hold into the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th at 9:27 a.m., which would have been before everything. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Ma? Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness had seen it before, that would make sense. Does the defense have any objections? Yeah, because you wouldn't have seen it at a store. The statute contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce evidence that will prove the witness has not seen this clock before. Because it's made by Larry Butts. It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Got her. Fucking roasted. Man, you want to talk about it, this girl really does miss, huh? Oh, excuses not on sale today? Ooh. Oh god. You're going like Super Saiyan? What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die. Wow. Okay. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Her. Oh? Oh. Silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did, teehee. Wink. Finally someone that's my type in a game. Absolutely scary as shit. Could easily murder me, and that's fine. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor, allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Mr. May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... You held it. Miss May held the clock in her very hands. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim? When else? Well, I don't think she's the one that... No, she definitely... April May, you killed Mia Fey, I say, and when you struck, the force of the impact made the thinker ring. Oh, well, no, because... I'm stupid. I knew it was the other one. Tisk, you truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix, right? What's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved that the thinker was empty. Oh. Of course it wouldn't ring. What's more, the witness has a rock-solid alibi. Miss May, perhaps you could explain to the poor, misguided Mr. Wright that you were in the hotel at the time of the murder? She can't prove it. She did it. It would be my pleasure. No way. Yes way, Mr. Lawyer. Teehee, didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? Gee, that's the exact time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy. Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness's story. Ergo, she was not at the crime scene. Rock solid. Yeah, that's a little bit embarrassing. Mr. Wright, you made a serious accusation against a perfectly innocent woman. Sorry, Your Honor, that didn't go so well. But if that's the case, then how did she know that it wasn't a clock? Wait. Your Honor, I figured it out. There is one other way Mr. May could have known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof. Well, proof, you say? Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock? So it's gotta be tap. Have a look at this. That... I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not? Oh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... It's just the transcript of this again, right? It tells you the time, the clock, and the time. Yeah, it's just this guy again. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. This April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? Oh cool, now she's sobbing. That did it. The court's seen the realness April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Miss May, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant? Gosh, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Um... uh, why not call him in as a witness? The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? Better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony, otherwise Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. I feel like that's not how it would work. But, if he's going... Sure, what could go wrong? Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Cool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well, the court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Why is he carrying the... Okay. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I am happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Okay. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for a nice coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. Brought it to her precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can prove Miss May was involved in the murder now, Maya will be finished. Alright. I'm the head bellboy, okay. After evening from I guess Miss May. Ask him until he spills the beans or his tea. Okay. Let's ask him about this. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed the details several times. She was watching a program on TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9. The time of the murder. But, but wait. Okay, if 9 was the time of the murder... If 9 was the same time as the murder, she couldn't have seen... She couldn't have seen it happen. Precisely 9 then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy tea? I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? Alright, what exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. Check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I check Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions. Yeah. So if he delivered it himself. And you are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir, as in so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest sir, favored me with a, embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir, more like a peck on the cheek. Well, why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing here. Is that it? Tisk, tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. Can't let this happen, can I? Wait, please wait. Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it, now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? The room service is the only thing that makes sense. Please don't make me redo all of this. I don't want to be stupid. Tell me again about the rooms. Again, sir? X69 delivered the room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest requested iced coffee. $18 was a charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for two, you know? And we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did he say? What did you say? Rather quite? Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite, indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... Oh? He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oof. You fool. Well, well, well. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with the man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought the room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... I mean, it's gotta be the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor, as had been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that's not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oof. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Mr. Wright, you are amazing in there. Yeah, don't mention me failing and being bad at literally everything. We did it. First try. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Let's go. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. What? Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, sent shivers down my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so, not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May, he's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Uh-oh. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. As for a full record of April May's testimony, I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow, but now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack and went to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Ooh, we did it! I'm gonna save again. Yes, okay. And you know what? That's a decently long amount of time, so I'm going to stop it there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe and all that fun jazz, and I will see you in the next one.